But given that both players are rather quick, you kind of wonder who will use the speed better. dramiS warming up, shaking around, getting his body loose, and let's start on the Athena as well. With the Mastery Shader, grabs the upper line and tries to get some damage onto his opponent, and there we go, 45 is what he's got onto his opponent. Keltz is not answering that with the LG for now. So it results in an undamaged pickup of the heavy. And look at the HMG. The rockets from Keltz are completely missing. Both players have the railgun now. And Keltz with the LG actually could do some damage here. But no, dramiS is actually able to hold that thought. I thought he was able to dish out. And then Keltz double back, landed a clutch rail. And now he needs to be careful. He is able to get that light because Keltz... yeah, does not really pick up the item, and now Keltz is not in position to do damage on the heavy too. And dramiS gets a lifeline. Actually, dramiS, apart from that heavy, dramiS' lifeline has been his positioning as well, because he's been on the high ground for the majority of the game. And another good rail lands, but it's after the pickup. Now Keltz, with both major items in his pocket, has some time to fight. And the Pika deals major amounts of damage. dramiS was not aware of that little drone in the air, and Keltz, in the end, was able to get damage onto his opponent and the frag. And Keltz opens it up. Good hit from dramiS. Yeah, dramiS will go forward now, and given that he's the smaller champ, he is actually going to get the frag. Ties it back up, but is not gonna go for the heavy. Leaves it up to Keltz, and Keltz died with an LG, so I think he now has LG and railgun. Yes! And given that he spawned at rockets, he might have that weapon too. Good rail from dramiS. Somewhat of a retaliation after losing all his armor there. Oh, and that one was beautiful, but Keltz is punishing him with the lightning gun there. And dramiS is railable, looking to find his opponent. For some reason, the aggression is still coming out. And Keltz couldn't find an angle on dramiS before he picks up the heavy. And I think that's like getting away with robbery. Oh, beautiful rail. And dramiS gets the light, this time undamaged. Oh, Keltz got your pants down, and there we go. Lead taken. dramiS firmly in control now. Has all the weapons. Has good stack and denies the upper line now. That's another rotation where Keltz most likely is not gonna have much armor. dramiS decides to go for the heavy, so the lower light should be coming up soon. And if dramiS can get that punished like that, then Keltz is in a world of hurt, and there you go. Beautiful frag. Use the weapon arsenal to his advantage. But now he needs to be careful. He has all the weapons, but he has no armor, and 90 HP. Go down fast against an HMG, and there you go. It's 45 already. And the shotgun was enough. And I like the use of the Pika, and now he knows where his opponent spawns. That was hit before the item, unfortunately, and a shotgun blast could have been the saving grace for Keltz, but no, dramiS gets that light as well, and now he is the one in control. Oh, look at the damage! And even if the heavy comes in time, you're not gonna have it for long. You can just deny it, and dramiS denies it. That's all he could ask for, but no, what a rocket! The tables have turned after dramiS picked up some health and the heavy, and all of a sudden, Keltz lands that miracle shot, and dramiS knows he's weak, goes in, off the spawn, immediately shows the aggression there. Good play. 2 frags in the lead. Looks to get position for the item, which is heavy armor. He heard his opponent, and he knows he's not gonna be close because he slid away to lightning gun. He could pick up the rail himself, use that sound cue, and a beautiful rail again. dramiS definitely getting the opening damage when he needs it. Now he has no hooks. I mean, Keltz probably he's not 100%ly tracking all the hooks of his opponent. So he might be not aware, but this is where the Athena becomes very, very vulnerable if she is not that saving positional tool. And look at the rails, you don't even need it when you're dramiS. You just punish your opponent with sheer damage output and then the item pickup. Another traded rail, and Keltz can't allow for traded rails. And he gets caught. Yeah, with his pants down in public again. Second time this match, dramiS is finding him when he's using his ability. And look at these 3 rails in a row. dramiS is completely warmed up now, it seems like. And the dragon has landed. Good rockets. But the nail gun is painful, and if he goes up, it could swing in the wrong direction very well. But the heavy was there just in time. Good awareness of dramiS of the item timing. 222 damage is all that's needed for dramiS to get his 9th frag. And the 6th frag lead. That is at the 6-minute mark. As well. Solid, but on Deep Embrace, definitely not enough. This is a high octane matchup, but Keltz definitely not the perfect weapon, as dramiS is able to close the gap because those rails miss, and then the rail usage in close range gets punished so hard with the lightning gun and rockets from the American. And now another shot missed, but the direct rocket wasn't really hard to hit because they were basically in each other's face. Oh, a missed rail? It seemed like a rare sight, and he uses the swing again. 125 damage should that be. Oh, look at that. Tribal, good use of the weapon, but Keltz is sufficient with that tool as well. And now, despite having 110 HP, no armor is definitely not anything good. And so the Mega has no effect. Keltz gets the frag and forces the spawn. Oh, nice. 46 damage. And this makes the Athena basically dead. But no, he hooks up. And Keltz has the wrong weapon out again. So the mid-air doesn't land. dramiS gets the item and the frag in the end with the railgun and the starting machine gun. Huh? No, very, very, let's say, why not flick? But in the end, yeah, Keltz kind of needed to get that risky play out because he needs the frags, right? So if he kills him there, he gets heavy, and then it's not too bad if dramiS spawns over at Mega because she has no armor as Athena. But given the fact that dramiS actually didn't die and got the heavy, now resulted in him getting another frag, and I think that's definitely... I mean, we were in desperation territory already. Or Keltz felt he was. And then, yeah, I guess that 13th frag just made that even worse. And now he looks to find some damage onto dramiS with a shotgun, but dramiS is answering the attempt with good rails and rockets. 14 frags, 9 in the lead as we approach the last minute of regulation on Deep Embrace. Yeah, dramiS is firmly in control. He's not going to risk anything now. He's just gonna play it the way he learned how to play it safe. And given that we're talking about dramiS here, there still could happen a lot, but... yeah, I mean, even if he dies, there's nothing that's gonna change the result. Just the number of frags will change. And there you go. At least Keltz gets some frag back. Maybe he can build some momentum of that and land some nice shots. Beautiful mid-air rocket. Patching that Clay Dove Athena out of the air. Nice. Don't even need yeah, shot for them. Oh! Wow. Nice rockets. And dramiS gets the first map 15-9. But yeah, that also was... Keltz's pick. And now on Veil of Nath, Irving Ferguson, thank you for your follow. And I'm hoping you enjoy the stream. I'm not sure why there is no alert sound. But yeah, for Veil of Nath, you'll have 2 minutes. Place your points. Okay, but we're back in the lobby. Veil of Nath, and I will just remind you of the picks. That Keltz has Solak, while dramiS has the Galena. And yeah, we will see if that is to anyone's advantage in a few minutes. As soon as we found a game, that's basically when we will find out. Yeah. Here we go. Server has been found, and now, yeah, now it's Keltz Lifeline. It's not Tournament Lifeline because it's a tournament with a lower bracket, but it's serious Lifeline. If Keltz wants to stay alive and probably stay in the upper bracket, he has to win this map, and he has to show that Solak is the better pick than the Galena, that he's the better player than dramiS as well. Okay.
Prepare to fight.
So, yeah, let's start on the man who needs to make the comeback, right? I mean, that would be probably be the most interesting to watch anyway.
1. Fight.
And he starts over at the heavy. It's somewhat a mean spawn, but I think he kind of managed it well. Got lightning gun and rail already, just lacking the rockets. And he is dramiS now, so while dramiS is actually getting the rail himself, he will be able to catch the rockets. Weapons should be dead even anytime soon. Oh, beautiful rocket from down below. Using the geometry of the pillar to direct the damage more towards the Swede, and the Swede actually misses out on the item he picked up. dramiS rocket jumps, and actually that came back to haunt him because Keltz was at the right angle to hold him up. And after that direct rocket, dramiS is hurting. Keltz is fetching that light, trying to deny it. He hit his opponent, but he might be bamboozled by the stack. dramiS collected 100 armor and has 100 HP in what could have been his first frag. For Keltz, of course. Now turned. Keltz has less stack, but a beautiful clutch rail from the low ground, and he will earn the heavy with that. And now, even that dramiS has the railgun, he is not railable, but he plays it safe. Gives up the mega, and dramiS, yeah, can't answer back immediately. No LG ammo means rocket is the weapon of choice, and this is not the best weapon for a fight like this. dramiS drops down and punishes the lack of ammunition for the blue weapon. Good rail, and now it's not even, doesn't even matter anymore. That Keltz lost the heavy. Beautiful shots there, and this is where mechanics can carry you out of a bad situation. Mega is up. Rocket jump wasn't needed. But Keltz, yeah, gets some stack back. Beautiful rail. And he manages to duck away just in time. He will lose out on the light. And this means dramiS also has high ground now for the heavy. And with a big delay that has been there, it's all about awareness. And Keltz was aware, but the rockets restricted his dodging so much that dramiS was, you know, having no trouble hitting him. And look at this again, the lightning untrap from the American, but Keltz in the end is able to answer back. And the totems could trick Keltz, but no, Keltz is playing it really safe and is super aware of dramiS' stack. dramiS tried to get the frag as he was not railable. And now, yeah, full control Galena. 20 seconds away from totem overstack. Finds his opponent as well, lands the rail, and now shotgun would be the weapon of choice. And there we go. Game is tied. Here we go. dramiS again in position for the item. 275 stack. Keltz stack is not bad, but he needs to get an like unreturned damage, otherwise there's little chance that he's gonna win the next fight. That fight started out well, but then as soon as it came to lightning gun range, the damage output of dramiS was just so much higher that even the stack difference was not the only reason Keltz lost the fight. It just made it even worse. dramiS tried to get some damage off the spawn and it results in him losing so much stack. But he has his Fortress of Totem built up, so he just needs to find some armor. But Keltz is doing a really good job, and that railgun shot was really important as well, because not only it punished the pickup of that heavy, that light, but it also means that dramiS can't get out of that little cubby there for free, and here we go. Keltz gets the frag back, but then dramiS immediately answers back. Keltz was trying to get too much items in the meantime, and now shotgun almost betrayed the American player, but in the end it was just enough. And if Keltz had his crosshair dead on, that could have turned out the other way, and now we would have seen a 5-4. But this is not Bizarro World. This is actual what is happening, and yeah, dramiS is just gonna die here. The spit is gonna do the trick. I like the spawn force of Keltz. He will make sure... Oh, he butchers his movement! But the lightning gun is there to save him the item, and... Oh, you gotta hate that if you're Keltz. If you don't butcher the movement, you get the item, cut your opponent with the pants down as well, and don't lose all the stack. And now dramiS, even though he just spawned with the railgun, is all he needs. He's in firm control, and Keltz will die another time. Keltz has good position, but does he have the arsenal? It seems like he has it, and lands a beautiful fadeaway rail. No armor on dramiS means that Keltz actually has some room to do stuff, and he uses his movement mechanics to get an angle without getting one. Nicely done there. But dramiS still has position, and I think Keltz was lacking LG and rocket, otherwise we would have seen him storm through the teleporter like a crazy madman. And oh, beautiful shots. The teleporter jiggle does not help Keltz save his life there. dramiS gets some sort of control and frag difference back. Nice rocket again. Stack is not equal after that rail anymore, and another one. dramiS missing that first health bubble could have been enough, but a beautiful rocket. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Gets the frag in the end. Items being traded and kind of synced. Now Keltz needs to use that stack. But is lacking the rockets and the LG. And look at that! The damage from dramiS is huge. And despite not having any armor, dramiS is the victor. Solak's big hitbox just paid dividends to dramiS's aim there. Oh, Keltz. Good opening, but he's again not able to get anything out of it because there is the item for the American player. Oh, but the lift! The long lift. Ooh. Keltz is not even thinking of picking up that rail. He's rather picking up that and trapping his opponent down there. If that rail hit, he gets the frag. But now it's dramiS getting the frag. And he has so much stack that Keltz doesn't even need to show up at the mega. dramiS, beautiful awareness and of the position as well. Drops down, lands a rail, and now Keltz has no resources that he can pick up safely. Maybe I lied. Oh, dramiS, but yeah, please excuse the coughing. dramiS seemed just overly active, and in the end, it resulted in Keltz getting some stack back. And now he has 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Make the comeback happen. That is an answer. The follow-up rail would have been necessary, kind of. Oh, and another direct. 2 direct! The totem is all that dramiS saved there. That saved dramiS there is the correct order of words. And here we are. Keltz gets it back immediately. 1 minute, 4 frags. It's doable.
One minute warning.